Hey guys, welcome in. Nightcap with Rhino Man. I'm your host, Tom, aka Rhino Man. And tonight's episode, we have a fun couple. We're going to find out all about them in a minute. But first, as I do, I have three questions for you. It seems like it's been a while. I went to Arizona and I went to Yuma, Arizona. So I was pretty close to the border. So what I had to do is, I had to go pick up some original Coronas. La Cerveza Más Fina. Anyway, guys, the three questions I have for you today. How long have you been with your significant other? If you have a significant other, how long have you been with them? That's question number one. Question number two, question number two, how do you balance your time? If you have a YouTube channel, even if you don't have a YouTube channel and you're a YouTube viewer or subscriber to a lot of channels, how do you balance your time between home, work, YouTube channel support, or putting videos together? How do you balance your time? I really want to know because it's getting more and more difficult to balance your time. For me, with YouTube channel interviews, preparing for interviews, slot play, my girlfriend, work. Dang, this past week work has been kicking my butt, and it's going to continue for another week. However, with all that said, I'd like to know how you balance your time. And then the third question is, what would you do with 7 extra hours a week? And in a coming up episode, I'm going to show you exactly how to get those 7 hours a week. Anyway, guys, today's channel supporter, Kaz, slot and scratcher supporter. She has always been in all of my lives. She's been there from day one. I know she supports a lot of other slot channels, scratcher channels, and just a lot of other channels in general. So she is the channel supporter of this episode. I like her. Go subscribe to her channel. She doesn't really have a channel, but she does have a channel. She subscribes to a lot, and it would mean a lot to her if you could go over and subscribe to it. And if one of my moderators are in there, please drop her link. I would appreciate that. Okay, so let's bring them on. Before I do, I want to say hi to everybody in the chat. I see TL Slots, Matt's Gambling Stuff, Bex Bet, The Gambler After Dark. Hey, 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 hey. I love his energy. Let's see, Lucky Obsession. Hey guys, Lucky Obsession. I'm pinning down. Hopefully next week it's going to be an explicit episode. So if you don't like foul language, you probably won't want to turn into that one. We're going to go crazy on that. We're going to drink some beers and talk like we both like to do, even if we're just talking to ourselves. JJ Slot plays in the house. Slots Gambling Granny. Slot Gambling Granny. Hey, hey, hey. Like to see that name. Brazen Slots is in the house. I'll be seeing her on Saturday. I have an announcement about an event coming up on Saturday. Goldie Slots, Oklahoma Casino Review Slots. Hey, thank you for listening while you're driving. I appreciate that. Podcast will be coming soon. Let's see, who else do we got in here? Sister Yoshi, thank you. Hot Hand Lucky, thank you for coming in. Really appreciate it. Let's see. I don't want to miss anybody here. So let's bring them on. We're going to let them introduce themselves. JJ Slot Play. They just hit 1K.
Hey guys, how you doing?
How are you doing, JJ?
Hey,
First of all, introduce yourselves. Let everybody know a little bit about you.
Okay, I'm Joe, but I want to tell you up front, those are stage names. We live in Southeast Kansas.
And I'm Jenny.
And yeah, that's a stage name too.
Yes, it is.
Question about the stage names. Where'd you come up with Joe and Jenny?
You know what? We were just talking one day, and I like the idea of a slot channel just that would be simple and short. And JJ just came up, and we just took off with that.
Well, and he actually asked me what kind of name I really like, and I said, well, I like Jen. And then we went with Jenny, and then he came up with Joe, and it was JJ Slot Play.
Okay, so that was a question I had coming up about how you got your names. But I have this question, since those are stage names, and you guys, wow, you guys, when I watch your videos, I always hear you say, Jenny, switch the numbers. Jenny, do this. How long did it take you to get used to saying your stage names versus your regular names? And part two to that question is, do you do it at home just, out of the blue? Just
Actually, I don't think it took us very long, maybe a 2 or 3 maybe recordings.
I don't think I ever slipped. One time.
Well, we've slipped.
Yeah.
We've done that before. And no, we do not do that at home. We're known as our regular names.
That's not true. On Friday night is date night with Jenny.
Date night with Jenny. Rocco Slots, thank you for coming in. So you don't get them confused a lot. The only reason I bring up that question is, I know a lot of people that actually know my real name, and they still call me Rhino Man because that's what they're used to seeing on screen and everything else. So I guess it's like a TV actor. When you see him play a favorite role, you recognize him as that actor and you call him by that name. So I was just wondering how long it took you guys to get used to that and coming up with those names.
Yeah, we didn't have a problem with that.
No.
Okay. Where are you guys originally from?
We're originally from Southeast Kansas.
Yeah.
And we've lived in a lot of different places. We've tried our hand in Texas and Oklahoma and Arkansas and, my gosh, Washington State.
Mm-hmm.
And I always thought I'd move back to Washington State, but never did. We came back.
Nowhere here towards California at all, huh?
Nah, closest, on the West Coast, like I said, was Washington State. That was
okay.
That's a long time ago.
We were in Washington because he was in the service, the Army.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for your service, by the way.
Yeah, no problem.
Hey. So, do you have any kids?
One daughter.
Okay.
One son-in-law, which is just like our son, and we have 4 beautiful grandchildren, 2 granddaughters and 2 grandsons.
Wow. From one daughter.
Yeah, just one daughter.
Okay, I'm gonna stop the show. Kids, if you are watching, I need some grandkids. Help me out here. I got 3 daughters and 1 son, and my middle daughter. We have 1 granddaughter, and that's from my middle daughter. I have adopted children from my daughter and her husband, but I need some more grandchildren. Kids listening, take care of business.
Yeah, grandkids are great. That's right.
Yeah, our granddaughter's coming to visit us here in April, and I asked her what does she want to do. She lived with us for 4 years. And during that 4-year time span that she lived with us, we would take her to Vegas almost, twice a month. We would take little road trips. When she was 2, she'll be dragging her suitcase through the casino and everything. So she's been in Louisiana now for about 1.5 years, and she's coming out in April to see us for the first time here in California. I asked her, what does she want to do? She said 2 things. I want to go to Las Vegas. And I want to be on your YouTube show.
Oh,
cool. Yeah.
She's gonna be a co-host with me coming up in an episode in April for sure.
That's cool.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you guys get a chance to just spoil your grandkids and just send them home?
Well, yeah, they do come down here maybe 2 or 3 times a year and stay with us 4 or 5 days.
Okay.
And, spoil them rotten and send them back. That's right.
They live in Kansas City.
They do live in Kansas City.
About 2.5 hours away. So we try to get down there once a month if we can.
Yeah.
They're a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
So Hot Hand Lucky said, "Thank you for your service, serving our country."
Thanks, Hot Hand Lucky. And you know what? I'm glad to see Hot Hand Lucky. I know his health's been a little on the bad side, and I'm glad he's back.
Hey guys, if you're in the chat, send him some good luck wishes and prayers his way. Most definitely. We hope to see some videos pretty soon there coming from you. So you have 1 kid, 4 grandkids. I have to ask because I see you guys on your videos and your interaction with each other is the banter that goes back between you two is really good, and I can tell that you guys read each other's minds. How long have you guys been together?
It will be 44 years in October. And we
40
actually started dating in high school, and we were 16.
Yeah.
We were high school sweethearts, yeah.
Wow.
Mhm.
44 years.
Yeah,
That is a great accomplishment there.
Yeah.
So
Thanks
let me ask.
hard at it.
Yeah.
Let me hold on one second here. Jackpot Joe and Jackpot Joe's Adventures in Slots says, "I wish I had that with my wife. She thinks I'm nuts." Well, I think a lot of people think you're nuts, Jackpot Joe. That's the name. So uh, there you go. So you guys have been together 44 years. You met in high school and you've been together ever since.
Right.
Now, who apologizes first when you guys get into an argument?
Good question.
I think I do.
Probably.
Yeah, I probably do. He's stubborn.
Yeah, I am pretty stubborn.
Okay. Hey, James Coupler, thank you for coming in. Slot mates, thank you for coming in. Hey, Sarah, I hope you're recovering well. That was very scary. My prayers go out to you. I hope everything works out. Look forward to seeing you at one of the upcoming events. Just recover and get well.
Man, that was quite a deal.
Yeah, definitely was.
Yeah.
Bex Bet says we're going on 9 years next month. I hope in 44 years he learns to put his dirty clothes in the hamper and not next to it. So do you guys have issues like that?
No, actually, he's really good about picking up after himself.
Okay.
That's why she keeps me around.
Yeah.
That's why she keeps you around.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So wow, that's a long time. I'm still blown away by that. You know, it's especially in these days and times. I don't think a lot of relationships last that long because people let the excuses or they let the conflict drive them apart instead of work things out. I have a question later on in the interview that I'm going to ask, and I'll save that for later. But right now, 44 years. When did you guys start gambling?
Well, I used to gamble on the racetracks and the dog tracks. So
Okay.
So that was back in the 80s when that stuff was booming. You could make a lot of money. And when they started building all the casinos and the attendance from the tracks dropped, then I switched over to casinos.
Okay. So on dog races, what is the biggest amount that you've won at a dog race?
At Denver, Colorado, at the Greyhound track up there, I placed a $2 bet, and after taxes, won $2,800 on a superfecta. I picked it exactly four dogs to come in.
It was a trifecta?
No, it was a superfecta.
Superfecta.
So four dogs. Exactly. Yeah, that's the best I ever did.
That's pretty awesome. My dog probably couldn't run down the block without getting tired. I think I feed him a little bit too much. I would bet on him to be last every time. But anyway, dog races. So Jenny, how did you start gambling?
I've just been gambling probably about 10 years. About 10 years because he was traveling all the time, always out on the road. So he'd have time maybe to stop by a casino or something. And I was at home actually taking care of our daughter and everything. But I actually started about 10 years ago.
Okay. So
she got in at the last of the coin drop machines. So she got to get into that a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, I used to love going to Vegas with my dad and going to the old casinos. I think, well, last time I was there, what is it? Circus still has some dollar coin machines there. But I used to love going with my dad. And I remember going with my mom and dad, and they would come up to the room late at night with the big buckets of quarters or dollars or whatever they were played, and they would give us quarters. And so that was fun for us kids, doing that. And then when I got older and I started going to the casinos, the quarters were still around and stuff like that. So I do miss those. I remember when the tickets first started coming into play, you print it out. I'm like, what is this? This is gonna kill Vegas. People like the quarters, people like this and that, so
well, there was something to be said about all those coin drops, though. When the coins would drop in the tray, and let's say you won 1,000 coins, man, that was a lot, and there was a lot of excitement.
Exactly. But once they did away with the coins, the jackpots got bigger because they didn't have all those coins in there. So it seemed that way. Not necessarily true, but it seemed that way, for sure. So you've been gambling for 10 years. We obviously know that Joe's been the bad influence on you to get you to start gambling.
That's right.
Let's see. Hot Hand Lucky has something here. Circus is the only casino I love to go to. I love the old school, hearing the coins drop when you hit that jackpot and carrying out the bucket. Hey, that's so true. That is so true. And then Lucky Obsession, you two look like a very sweet couple. Congrats on your 1,000 subs.
Thank you.
We'll get into the channel in a minute. But I'm having too much fun with this. So Joe was the bad influence, got you started in gambling. When did you guys start gambling as a couple, or date night with Jenny, or?
Well,
I don't. Maybe after our daughter got married, then we had more time. Jenny had more time on her hands then. And I think we started going on an occasional Saturday then, and she was kind of liking it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah.
So when you guys aren't going to the casino, what do you like to do?
I basically just work all the time, and
honestly, the minute we're not at the casino, if we don't have nothing planned for the weekend, we're off to Kansas City to see them grandkids and my daughter and son-in-law.
Yeah, that's right too. I don't actually have a hobby or anything, though.
I used to do a lot of fishing and hunting and stuff like that. And I remember a spring, it was an early spring, I went fishing in some areas I shouldn't have, and I got Rocky Mountain fever.
Oh.
And so that kind of put a stop to that. If it's not concrete anymore, I don't go.
Oh, okay, there you go.
I'm going. Yeah.
There you go.
Our life actually just revolves around like the family, our grandchildren, daughter and her husband, and then gambling.
Hey, I feel you. As soon as I became an empty nester, I was at the casino almost every weekend. Not too far from a casino, it's easy to go there.
Right.
So when you're not at the casino, hunting, fishing, and Jenny just hangs out.
Well, we have had about the last 5 years, I've been in the middle of remodeling houses, and that sounds funny, but what happened was I did a total remodeling on a house I was in, except for the kitchen, and we had a house fire in the kitchen, and it burned our house.
So you're a contractor?
No. I'm a YouTuber extraordinaire.
He's a jack of all trades. Yeah.
That's exactly what I wanted to get into. So you're a novice home improvement person. I have to ask you this because I know when I was in high school, they had metal shop, they had wood class, they had electronics class, they had a lot of classes geared to working with your hands and developing things. Did you have that in high school?
I took auto mechanics,
okay,
and that's about it. Yeah.
But I think even the auto mechanics, all of that helps out. They don't have that nowadays. They don't have wood shop, auto mechanics. Now everything's computers and everything. But hey, James Spitzer, thank you for coming in. He says, hi, JJ Slot Play.
Hey,
Hello.
James.
So I obviously think if there's something wrong, I could fix it myself.
Right.
And like you, I tackle projects. And what I found is being a YouTuber, you can find out anything you want on YouTube. So if you're starting a project, you need to find out a different way to do it, then there you go. Turn to
Right.
YouTube.
I totally agree. I mean, I'm like you. I fix everything off of YouTube. Everything, whether it's mechanical, like a wash machine or whatever. I just do everything myself.
He actually put a whole new roof on a house before by himself.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is pretty awesome. I added an extension to our backyard here, just a covered patio, attached it to the house, everything. Health and building inspectors. I didn't really do that myself. Um, anyway, Hot Hand Lucky says, Mr. Joe, was your MOS in the Army, and where were you enlisted or commissioned, or were you enlisted or a commissioned officer?
Okay, I was a radar technician for a missile battalion, and I was not an officer. I was just enlisted, and I spent 3 years, a little over 3 years in there. And
Okay.
I had a great tour. I spent a year in El Paso, Texas, a year in Tacoma, Washington, and a year in Germany. And I learned a lot. And, you know, in the Army, the one thing they teach you is you can do anything you want to do. You don't hear the word no anymore. You just hear the word go do it.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Go do it. That sort of sounds like a YouTube thing. Gambling Granny's in the house. Thank you, Gambling Granny, for coming in. Really appreciate it. Hey,
Hello,
JJ
Granny.
Slot Play. So, you know, and that Simi Scratching Ernie, thank you for coming in. So, speaking of Simi Scratching Ernie, do you guys ever do any scratchers?
I do. Jenny doesn't like him very much.
Yeah.
I do. And I actually watched Semi Scratching Ernie. He's great, isn't he? He just did a live tonight, right? But yeah, I like scratchers. And she caught me looking at him this Sunday when we were grocery shopping. She hustled me away real quick.
Yeah, that could be an expensive habit, just like slots. Linda, thank you for coming in. Really appreciate it. Yeah, so I think the gambler after dark has to be careful because you start doing those scratchers, you have that kind of personality. You could get out there too. Um, so scratching. I forgot where I was going with this, but give me a second. Let me look back at my notes. Okay, so learning YouTube. You learn how to do everything for remodeling your house, fix everything on YouTube, and just get the answers you need when you couldn't get something right. You turn to YouTube. Now, starting your channel, how did that come about?
You want to tell him?
Well, I was kind of kicking around doing maybe a cleaning show and maybe grocery hauls and stuff like that.
Cooking
and cooking. And he, of course, and he wasn't real crazy about, doing something like that. So I kicked it around. Then we sat around one night and we're like, you know what? We like gambling. Let's do a slot channel, So that's how it started.
Okay. So
matter of fact, one of my favorite slot channels, and I think we're kind of based after him a little bit, is Vegas Low Roller. I love that guy. He is good. Yeah. We used to watch him a lot.
Yeah, I've watched him quite a bit. So you were thinking about starting a cooking / channel. You were doing all of these home improvements. Why didn't you go there and start a home improvement type channel?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Yeah.
I didn't know enough about YouTube, or I probably would have had her filming some of that stuff I was doing. Because you were just talking to Slotmate or Solotmate.
Yeah.
And he did a remodel, and he got part of it on his YouTube channel.
Yeah, he actually did.
Yeah.
Hey, Yoange, thank you for coming in. I know you're listening. You're in the subway. Thank you. But yeah, he did that. But that couple, they also, you know, had a restaurant. They do chicken. They got 5 kids. I
Yeah.
mean, they got so many different ways they could go with the YouTube channel. And that was going to be my next question for you. You guys have a gambling channel. Gamblers Unknown, thank you for coming in. Have you thought about doing any other channel along with the gambling channel?
Very briefly. And the reason why I say
Got it
briefly
worked,
is
yeah.
I don't know. I'm amazed at the slot channels as much as they get done. I'm struggling. Last week, we figured the time we spent, and it was
77 hours.
77 hours between the two of us with a slot channel. And there's no more time. I don't know how people do multiple channels because I would not be able to do it.
Not enough
You
time.
know, I that's why I had the questions up there. I work a full-time job. I have a girlfriend, which I think El Bueno Slots, thank you for coming in. Hey, bro, enjoyed your restaurant. That salsa you have for your chips is amazing. I love that. I'm gonna have to come out there again. Hopefully, we could do a live from there. Anybody in the chat, if you haven't seen so, or if you're in Southern California, please look up Abuelo's restaurant. I don't know if Sister Yoshi's in here, but if you are, can you drop his restaurant address? Gambleby Slots and More, thank you for coming in. Really appreciate it. But yeah, and that's another one. We're talking about time, and he just jumps in. He works full time. He has a YouTube channel, and he has he co-owns a restaurant that's they just opened, so they have to go through health inspections, everything else. At the same time, he was doing events, responding to people that were leaving comments on his YouTube channel. Salotmate says, "Yes, we think the same way. How do other channels pump out so much amazing content?" You know, it's hard. I don't know the right answer, but you have to get into a groove, and it's a grind for sure. And that's why I asked the questions at the beginning. How do you balance your time? What would you do with 7 extra hours of time a week?
Sleep.
Right? Sleep. But it's so hard, especially in the community that we're in, this niche of gambling. When you're not at the casino filming, you're watching and helping support other channels, and other channels that support you. You don't want to forget them, and
right.
So you want to go and support them as well. And the best way to support somebody is to watch and comment and like their videos. But it's hard if you have 20 people that have 15 or 10-minute videos, and don't forget the lives. The lives are an hour long. So,
Yeah, honestly, we can't do a whole, well, I do a full live with TL Slots, but usually I'm in 15 minutes or 20.
And I'm in the lives too.
Yeah, we do them at the same time.
Yeah.
We sit down in the evening and we do everything at the same time, and we're in different places, and we have an advantage because there's 2 of us. I don't know how you do it, Rhino Man.
Real quick, Carter Price. Hey, bro, I'm just getting that out to you this week. So hold on. It's coming out to you. You won that prize. It'll be there soon. I did get your email, but this week I've just been swamped at work. Another thing that happens when you do this channel. I don't know how I do it either, but I'll tell you, with interviews like this, where I get tips from different creators on how to streamline the process. I mean, yourselves, you guys have had to learn how to post videos, how to edit videos, how to put thumbnails out, how to respond to comments, how to, do all of the things that YouTube has to grow your channel. And that grind to 1,000 is a tough grind. So, I there's two ways to think about it. Yeah, that part gets easier the more you learn. However, the more you learn, the more you gotta learn because
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Because once you learn this, now there are other tricks that you have to learn in order to grow your channel more or in order to keep more engaged. And part of that is being on other people's lives.
You know, we've
Linda,
met we have
go
met so
ahead.
many.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Okay, we have met so many great people on live, so it's amazing. Some of the people. I mean, I can't believe that a year ago I was watching TV and seeing TL Slots there, and now we correspond. I mean, it's just amazing.
Yeah, definitely. Linda L says, I give up a month and the time is so consuming. Without a doubt, it is consuming, but um, I enjoy doing it. So I find the time to do it. And here's the thing, you find the time to make the things work that you want to work, your hobbies, the things you love to do, you'll always find time for those. It's just with YouTube, it's very time consuming. And you really have to have a love for it. T-Town Gamblers in the house. Thank you for coming in, T-Town.
Hey, T-Town.
You know, so it's hard to find it, but tricks. Okay, I'll give you guys one trick. Hey, take a day and put 5, 10, 15 videos together on that day and schedule them out, because then you'll have time that you don't have to worry about scheduling out videos. If you're doing it day to day, you
Right.
know, that will drive you bonkers. So schedule videos out ahead of time. That way you don't have to worry about that. That's crossed off your list. Then you could take that time that you use for that and go on some people's lives or go on some people's videos, comment on the videos, because you're not worrying about that.
Right.
You got to try and streamline as much as you can. There's no clear answer for that anywhere. You could search on YouTube how to get more time. You're not going to find it. You're going to find some tricks that will help you manage your time better. You know, eliminate all the excess that you don't really need to do, and just keep it straight to consistent content and posting videos out ahead of time. So your channel, tell us about your struggle to 1K. Tell us what you've had to do to get to 1K.
Well, I think that most people, when they start out their channel, you're not going to end up going the direction you started it with, and that was us. I think we had to make a change. What we decided to do, we couldn't get the global market and couldn't get subscribers quick enough to suit us. So what we did, we concentrated local. Now, that sounds funny because it's a worldwide network here, but what we did is we went into Facebook's, like with casinos, and started dropping comments. Okay. We started participating with their people. So we started, and then we watched what machines were being played in the casinos. Okay. And in our case, we found out that half the machines were what we call red screens. Okay. So we started concentrating toward those red screens because we seen a lot of excitement in that area.
Real quick, let me say hi to J Real Slots, Kissy Cat, Chumba Queen. Thank you guys for coming in. Really appreciate it. And if you guys haven't seen that interview with Chumba Queen, she gave me a lot of tips that have helped my channel out. I know it's helped out Gamblers Unknown, a few other channels. That's a must see, guys. If you guys want to look how to increase your revenue on your channel, use a couple of those tricks from that interview that Chumba's taught. And one of the things that she did say, it was consistency that grew her second channel to 1K in 2 months. So sorry about that. So
you're fine. And that interview you had with Chumba Queen, that was great. Mm-hmm. And she told me stuff I hadn't even thought about. I mean, really. Yeah. The next thing I think we did, once we got a little local going, we went live as quick as we could. Guys, if you got a new channel, go live. Don't worry about it. Just keep going live, get consistent in the time you're doing it, and just go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be one of my biggest advices to channels in general. Go live. Don't worry about being nervous or anything else. Nobody's gonna bash you for a video or whatever. And if they do, who cares? Just brush it off.
Right.
What was your struggle when you went to 1K? Was it the 4,000 watch hours, or was it?
No, we had our watch hours very early from going live.
Okay.
Mhm.
So where we struggled was actually subscribers, and we would get, and YouTube would purge us. We'd lose 30 subscribers, and when you're in the 200 to 500 range on subscribers, to lose 30 subscribers is a lot.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. Gamblers Unknown says, just go live. Don't worry about posting videos at the time and the energy for the little returns. Videos isn't worth it. So if you can go live in your channels, go live as much as possible. And this is the Gambler After Dark's advice. I talk to him periodically on the phone, and the videos should be the bumper or the wheels that sort of get things rolling, but the lives are the reward. So every day, if you post 4 times a week, make sure you have those videos out, and then you go live 1 time a week. That's the fun stuff. That's what you get for posting those other 3 times or 4 times or whatever your schedule is. Gallivanter Slots, thanks for coming in.
Oh,
Real
yeah.
Slots. But yeah, that's his advice. Make sure that you are posting some videos in between your lives to keep that going. That's the reward for posting those videos. The lives are the celebration, because that's where I have the most fun, on the lives.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah. And you know what? On the lives, it doesn't matter if you win or lose. It just doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. And let's talk about a poll that you put on your community tab recently.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that.
I put out a poll. I wanted to know if people really wanted to see losers, if they wanted us to post losing videos. And I don't think the poll went well. I think that I tainted the poll the way I asked it or something. And the reason why I think that, 70% of the people say they want to see losers. Okay. But I got no comments. And that's very unusual for a poll on our community post. We usually get about 20 to 25% comments, and I got 0, no comments. So I'm a little misunderstanding about this. What do you think, Rhino?
Well, real quick before I answer that, James Pitzer says, it really doesn't matter if you lose during the lives, but the wallet says it does.
Yeah.
And that's definitely a good point, James, because the wallet's what counts the most.
That's right.
When you're doing one of these slot channels, for sure.
Yeah.
But in my opinion on that, I posted a video, and straight up, the thumbnail was just losers. Video hasn't done anything, but it's done average with what I've been posting. I posted that video. On top of that, I have a major video where I hit a major jackpot, and they both have around the same views, 130, 120. Either way, it's the same. They watch the video. I mean, and I think that's the point. Your true subscribers are going to watch the videos that you put out. It may take a little while to get out there to people that haven't seen your channel or whatnot, but it's tough. I play when my videos. I'll start recording if I get a bonus and I don't have my tripod. I'll start recording when I get a bonus, and I'll play that through to the end. I usually try and show what happens. I could be up $300 at the end of that bonus, and then by the end of the video, I'll be down the 300 and hit that lucky last chance spin that says womp womp womp. So I think the live play is what people like to see because it's happening at that time and they feel that they're with you at the casino right then and there. They could interact with you. They could enjoy that thrill of victory or the agony of defeat as you're playing live. Um,
Well,
you know,
I'll tell you too. I don't want to mess up my channel by posting a lot of losers that people fast forward through, and I get no watch time. So it's a catch-22.
yeah, definitely. Gambler After Dark says overall great supporters. Fun chat can make the average live great. That's so true. And then Linda L says I have 51 subs, 10 real people I know, and the rest I don't know. So it's out there, but I don't know if it would hurt your channel. I wouldn't say just put losers out, but I would say, put true videos out. If you lose, $200, you lose $200.
There's a good
It's the reality of gambling. You're never, and I don't want to say never, but for myself, I'm never going to be an NG where I'm going to be playing $250 spins, dropping 250 grand. And I've seen him do it on a live where he's lost 250 grand.
Oh my God.
So I'm not going to be at that level. Am I going to be doing some $25 spins? Yes, I have done $25 spins, but it's in the process of a video where I just hit a big jackpot on 10-cent denom. I'm going to take it up to dollar denom. I'm going to try 1 or 2 spins at that level. See if it works out. If not, drop back down. But if I get lucky, I might keep going. But I don't see that happening for me to be that. So I'm just going to be myself, and whatever happens, happens. If it's real, that's what I'm putting out. And let's see, Jane Spitzer says, and almost in the most instant interaction is the part that everyone loves with not only the host channel, but each other. The lives usually is the conversation, not about slot play, but about friends connecting. You know what? That's so true.
Yeah.
And to be honest, that's how I gained a lot of subscribers for myself, is interacting in the slot channels.
Right.
Kissy Cat says I get turned off with huge channels that win all the time because it never happens to me. Kissy Cat, don't worry, it never happens to me either. I wished it did, but it just doesn't happen. So I just play the way that I play. I go into the casino, I have a positive attitude, and if I make money, I make money. The Gambler Unknown says the money invested in making a video better spent on live streams. You can put $300 to $500 in the machine and not have a decent video to post. That's so true. And everybody has to realize that when you put one of these videos together, a lot of times you have several different videos that you have to put together, and you want to give the best entertainment that's out there for everybody. So if you were happy with those bonuses, and I put them together, I'm happy with these bonuses. My last video, I think I had 3 majors, 3 different machines, but it was all the same day. I hit a 5-cent major minor. I hit a 5-cent minor, and I think I hit a 10-cent minor. And so I put all of those videos together. It was a minor video. So, but that's the thing that you want to do. You want to put something that people will see. And most of the time when I go into the casino, and this is the next question, what is your budget like when you guys go to the casino?
Okay. Okay, so we go usually every Saturday because we have a live. So I budget $400 to $600 for the live, and then I budget X dollar amounts for after the live for us playing individually and to get recordings.
Okay, So you guys, it's the Slot Reaper. Thank you for coming in. Really appreciate it. So here's the thing: you guys are a couple, and you guys gamble as a couple, and you guys budget as a couple, but yet you guys play separately. That's got to be tough. That's got to be tough. You know what? I wish my girlfriend would play beside me and record videos, but that's a different story. That's a horse of a different color. But anyway, how does that work out? I know you guys do lives together.
Well, like I said, and then I budget again for us to go out there and record either by ourselves or together. But then also we like to play individually, and he probably records more when we're doing it individually than I do.
I'm always recording.
But I budget for each one of them. I mean, like the live, the recording, and the individual playing.
Okay. What is your guys' biggest win as a team?
As a team?
Yeah.
6,900
Okay.
was as a team. Now Jenny,
I hit
the year before we decided to do the slot channel, we both had 10 hand pays each that year. And that was one of the deciding things to go ahead and go to a slot channel, because we were winning and it looked easy. And since
Can I
then,
interrupt you one second?
Yep.
Kaz, there you go. You are the supporter for this episode. Really appreciate you coming into the lives. I knew you would be here today. Thank you for coming in. Go ahead. So the 10 hand pays.
so the year before we got 10 hand pays each. And the year we started our channel, it dropped down to what, 4?
Yeah, I think so.
Down to 4.
But
Okay.
my largest one was 13,800, and then 2 months later I hit 8,900.
So is there a little competition going on there?
Yeah, we kind of have a running joke all the time. It's your turn to get the hand pay. I already got one this year. It's your turn.
So yeah, we count hand pays, and somebody's always behind. So yeah.
Okay.
And my big ones are not like Jenny's. I've had several
5,000.
in the 5,000, but I don't seem to get out of that 5,000.
Okay.
Dollar there. So
Yeah, I'm like you. I'm like you. I haven't hit that big one yet, but I get a lot of small ones. But the one big one that she hits trumps everything else that I've hit altogether. She hit a $16,000 grand.
wow. That's amazing.
On a $1.50 bet, I think it
Oh,
was.
wow.
And she put $40 in the machine to top it off.
Well, Jenny's
So,
8,900 one, she was disgusted. She was losing at the casino. And I think I gave her another $20. I said, put it in that machine right over there. I said, don't be cheap. I said, play max.
And it was just $2.
Is
yeah,
it $2?
Just $2.
And the third spin, it hit $8,900 on the third spin.
so technically it was you.
Yes, I gave her.
Okay, I'll give it to him. On the 13,800 though, my bet was 450. And I was fluctuating between the 450 and 750 on that machine, and it hit at the 450.
Wow. It happens that way. It just happens that way. So there's a little competition between you two.
Mm-hmm.
The biggest what's the biggest amount you've hit on camera?
6,900.
Yeah.
On camera.
6,900. Okay.
Yeah, and that was a lucky catch because I almost turned the camera off.
Yeah.
Okay. We had a conversation yesterday. So I know that you had other businesses that you've done before. Do you think of YouTube as a business? And do you treat it as a business?
Yes, I do. Yeah, absolutely. I've been in marketing a little bit, and yeah, you have to market yourself. You have to be a business.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, it's budgets, it's time consuming, it's everything, you know, there's no difference.
Okay. What would you tell somebody that was thinking of starting a channel today, or some people that are in here that that are right there, that they have, 50, 100, 120 subscribers? What would you tell them?
I would tell them go live as quick as you can.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Okay.
That will help you with your watch time. And then you can forget about the watch time then. If you're going to go live on a consistent basis, you'll have your watch time. Then just start concentrating on the subscribers.
Yeah. That's definitely good advice. What's been I have two questions, because you guys have been together for 44 years. What has been your most difficult struggle that you've had to overcome in your lifetime? I'm not talking about gambling. I'm not talking about win losses. What's been the most difficult struggle for you personally that you guys have had to overcome in the past 44 years together?
It's okay.
Yeah.
Is when he got diagnosed with colorectal cancer in 2001.
Okay.
It was such a financial blow because I was at that time the breadwinner. So
Okay.
I had taken my life savings and I had opened a business 1 week before I got diagnosed with cancer. And when I went into the hospital for the test, it was bad enough I didn't come out. So
wow.
I stayed. And when you're just opening a business, you are the business. And so I didn't work for 2 years. So I sold off inventory. I did whatever I could to make a living for 2 years. And we got through it though.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Wow. I life will hit you with it'll smack you in the face with things that you're not prepared for.
Right.
And the reason I asked that question is because it relates to everything. Life is like everything else, and how you handle the difficult situations that are put in front of you says a lot about the type of people that you are. When you go through those type of things and you move on, and when you get hit with struggles, if you keep continuing on, you'll get through it. You'll get through it. The saying is, you're going through something. You're not there permanently. So you're always going to keep moving forward. And if you think of things, when you get hit in the face with something that's facing you that's not nice, or that you don't want to be in, you just got to remember you're just going through it and you're going to get to the other side. And I'm glad you got through that, and you're able to go gambling and stuff.
Yeah.
But it puts a different perspective on your life when you have to face a situation like that.
Actually, talking about the cancer, it reminded me of something. When I would do a chemo appointment, right after the chemo appointment, they tell you not to see anybody. I would run to the casino and dump a couple hundred. It was a stress release.
That was your happy place.
Yeah.
Hey,
you can go there.
My happy place.
Yeah.
And
that's my happy place. I'm going to my happy place this weekend, by the way. Spin and win slots. We answered this question once before, but he had the 4K in hours before he had the 1,000 subs. He worked on doing lives, so he wasn't really worried about the subs. The subs came after he had the 4K. And that would be the advice to any channel out there. Work on your 4K hours before your subs. And if you do that, the subs are going to come because your hours are going to be up. And hopefully YouTube will start pushing your stuff out and getting you those subs. But it was a struggle that last 100. How long did that take?
Actually, Rhino, we had 198 subscribers in our last 28 days. So we did really good. Surprisingly, I mean, it felt like it was going slow, but it really wasn't. It was just the anticipation of hitting that 1,000.
And it would have been nice to do it on your birthday, that live stream.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
pushed it. We pushed it. It was so close.
Yeah, I was sharing you out. I wanted to see you get there before for your birthday. I was really trying to push that, definitely.
You know, a shout out also to Lolo Slots. I went to the casino to do the live that morning, and I glanced down at my phone before the live, and I seen several extra subscribers. And I told Jenny, I said, I don't know what's going on. I said, but somebody's pushing. And then later on, I found out it was you and Lolo Slots that had pushed a little bit to help us.
Yeah, we were definitely trying. Give me 1 second. Let me shut this door. My big boy downstairs is barking. Where do you guys gamble?
A variety of casinos, really. We gamble at a place in Kansas called Kansas Crossing. We go to Indigo Sky. We go to Riverbend, High Winds Casino, Downstream. Oh my gosh.
Cherokee Casino, Buffalo Run.
If we go out of town, my favorite casino is Mystic Lake in Minnesota. I love that place.
Okay. Wow.
That's on our agenda to get down there. He wants me to get down to that one casino.
We need to plan a trip. We want to go to WinStar. We need to plan a trip down there.
Yes, Kissy Cat. My doggies are big camera whores. They would love to be up here. They would be jumping on me. They're actually bigger than me. One's 170 pounds. So definitely.
What kind of breed?
He's part Doberman, part Shepherd.
Wow.
And when we got him, he was the runt of the litter. Yeah. he is like, no. Hot Hand Lucky said, YouTube knocked over 80 subscribers from me. I feel really bad YouTube did to Matt's Gambling Stuff channel. You know what? I think we've all went through this where YouTube goes through and they take subscribers that even haven't commented or haven't engaged in your channel, and they'll take those away. But then they'll end up putting them back slowly.
Yeah.
It's that was one of the things that if you constantly watch your subscribers, that is going to discourage you more than anything else. Yeah, I do have a rhino for a dog, Kissy Cat. That is going to be one of the things that discourages you the most. You'll see those subscribers drop, and you'll think, oh my God, I just lost all these subscribers. They don't like me. They don't like my channel. They don't like what I'm doing. But that's not the case. You know, it's YouTube's way of weeding out subscribers from your channel that aren't really engaging. And if you look at it this way and think about it this way, if they're not engaging in your channel and YouTube takes them away, that's a good thing for you. Think about it that way. There's a positive twist to it, because when you do get to that 1,000 subscribers and they are engaged in your channel, your videos will get more hits and they'll get more views. Matt's Gambling Stuff, I'm devastated and lost my channel and unable to schedule. I'm sorry, Matt. I'm trying to get it. Unable to schedule my lives. Thanks for mentioning that. Hot Hand. Look. Matt's Gambling Stuff. Reach out to me afterwards, or send me a message on Facebook Messenger. I'd really like to know about that. Maybe I could get you on here and we could talk about it. That would definitely be great. Maybe we could help you out in some way. But yeah, if Shaka Slots is in the house, thanks, bro. What's going on? That guy lives in paradise. If you didn't see the interview that I had with the moderators, his view is right there on the beach. High Winds Casinos in the house. What's going on? Really appreciate you coming in. So you go to a lot of different casinos. What's been the one that's given you the most hand pays?
This is getting us the what?
Most hand pays or your biggest wins.
Days. What do you think?
Oh man.
Probably high wins, I think, at least this year for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Melissa over there is great.
Yeah.
Let's see. I love the fact that they'll give you a tripod if you forget yours at home. They'll loan you one out. Hey, that's pretty amazing to me.
Yeah, but it's got a big ball and chain hooked to it, so you can't take it.
I'm sure they put it on your ankle, but you still get to use one. If I went into Yamava and said, even though Yamava's recording friendly, if I went in and said, "Hey, can I borrow a tripod to film?" they would look at me cross-eyed.
Yeah.
Hey guys, but that's a business somewhere for the casinos. Have a little kiosk there. You could rent tripods if you want to film your videos. Hey, take it, run with it, somebody, please.
Yeah.
That would be fantastic. So, guys, is there anything else that you would like to tell the slot community about yourself?
Oh, I don't know.
I can't think of anything right now.
No, not really.
So, I guess Melissa says, yeah, you need to leave your license and your at the Players Club.
Yeah.
True. If you have your license at the Players Club, how are you going to order drinks, Melissa? Because they always card me because I look so young.
Yeah.
So, guys, anyway, it's been amazing talking to you. I have an event that I have to talk about. I want you guys to stay on right now.
Sure.
This is an event that's happening this weekend. Let me add it to the stream here. Let me remove this real quick here. Hey guys, if you don't know, Saturday we are going to be going live, and we are going to be at Rampart Casino starting at 10 a.m. and I will be kicking it off. RhinoManSlots. We have Vegas Slot Channel, Chris and Lou Slots, Gypsy Travel Slot, Slot Gypsies Travel. Sorry, girls. Chumba Queen, Yoshi Slots, Brazen, Big T Slots, the Vegas Slot Sisters, and the Slot Drop. Just to show you the thumbnails, I'm kicking it off. These are hour-long lives. I will do the first half hour. I will introduce you to everybody that's going to be in the live, and then I will do some live slot play myself. You know what? That last live that I had with Elwedo at Yamava was amazing. I hadn't been into the casino to do a live in a long time, and believe me, I'm looking forward to this, to do a live slot play at the casino. It's been too long. I did get some big wins in Cocopah Casino in Arizona this weekend. They treated me well, so I'm kicking it off. Then we have Vegas Slot Channel right after me. They'll be going from 11 to 12. After that, Chris and Lou brings it in. I know you saw them on their slots on their live just a little while ago. They are bringing it in 12 to 1. Then after Chris and Lou, Slot Gypsy Travels, they'll be on at 1 o'clock Pacific time, 4 o'clock Eastern time. This is all from the Rampart Casino. They're hosting this event. They have done such a great job. Big T put this thing together for the Rampart. They're even giving us dinner there. Amazing, amazing. Melissa, you have some competition here with Rampart Casino. Then Chumba's bringing it in from 2 o'clock to 3 o'clock. After that, we have Yoshi Slots. They're going to be toasting us from 3 o'clock to 4 o'clock. Then we have Brazen Slots, 4 p.m. to 5 p.m., live from the Rampart. After that, Big T got it. Chris and Lou's birthday. That's what we're actually celebrating. Chris and Lou's birthday. Chumba's 6,000 subscribers. Yeah, my 1,500 subscribers. Everybody has something that they're celebrating. This is the event that we're going to be celebrating it on. Please tune in. Please follow us all day if you can. And then after that, we have these are the Vegas Slot Sisters. You know, there's a lot of sister channels out here. Slot Sisters, Sister Slots, Vegas, the Vegas Sisters. Sorry, girls, I didn't mean to get you confused with other channels, but there's a lot of sisters. Hey, it's all good. And then bringing in the end, we have the slot drop. If you did not, guys, if you did not get a chance to see the slot drop at when we were doing the megathon for major chasers, please look it up. I was having so much fun at the beginning of his live. It was a great time. Please look it up. It was fun. You will be entertained, most definitely. But that is Saturday, the 26th. We'll be having a good time at Rampart Casino. I hope you guys tune in. If you are in Vegas, please check us out. Thank you for that. JJ, appreciate you guys coming on. I'm glad you got to 1K, but hey, now the work starts. Now it's where it gets really busy and where you guys got to start doing all the work. It's going to be interesting. I'd like to check back in with you guys in 6 months and hopefully your 2K celebration
Great.
at that point.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're an amazing couple. You guys have been through a lot. Your channel's fantastic. I enjoy watching it. I enjoy watching your lives. I enjoy the banter back and forth. And I look forward to many more to come from you guys. So
Thank you.
Thanks for having us, Rhino.
I appreciate it. Hey guys, thank you. Until next time, let the good times roll, baby. We'll see you then. Bye.